Hi guys. So I had asked if people believed in curses. Um, I have to learn how to share the results. They're not on there, but the most of the answers were yes. Um, there were just a few that were no. So and then I said that I had to give my answer, and my answer is no. Um, and no, but it's not just like a black or white question, like anything in life, right? But to try to briefly, I thought of it because I was trying to figure out why, like in sometimes witches are thought of to be really cool, like people want to be a witch, and then sometimes people, like in movies, they'll be kind of seen as bad or dangerous. And so that's why I was thinking of the question because that upsets me. So anyway, and I'm not an expert in curses or Wicca, and I just study energy. I am really good with energy and seeing energy and the patterns and whatnot. But I would, I remember my past lives as a witch. I remember I can see them, like things that happened. But anyway, so I don't know a lot of the technical stuff, but I mean, it's like anything in life, and maybe you won't like this answer, but it's just, what do you believe? So if you believe in something, you're giving it power. If you don't believe in it, it doesn't really have much power. And so, and it also almost ties into karma with for me. And I actually play with different points of view of karma on purpose to, so anyway, I think you can curse yourself almost by wishing bad or poorly on others. Um, and I don't see it kind of tying into karma. It's like I don't see it as it comes back to you because you're doing something bad. That's one way we think of it, but I see it more just of like an energy. So if you're sitting, like if your intention, if you're focusing on that, you're creating that mental image, which is your imprint, even if you're trying to put it onto somebody else. And then often, like the things that come up for us, like the expression, like we see ourselves in others, tends to be true. Maybe you don't realize it at all, but sometimes like I'll look back on my life and this judgment, it's a lot of it is judgment that I have. I think judgment can be a curse, like judgment on somebody else. And then I realize how really I have the same issue or thing going on. Maybe it's a totally different scenario or sorry, there's an alarm or different scenario, or it's not exactly the same, but the theme of it is a judgment, like okay, they're doing this or they have their life this way, and I'm like, oh, but I actually have a similar thing going on, so I think you can hurt yourself in that way, and that's so to try to keep it simple. But yeah, and it's even like in the movies, like it's always like the good guy versus evil. It's always kind of like that, like confronting and like owning your power, right? So I do believe that those energies of exist. I think these are more patterns and lifetimes, and I do believe people can wish poorly, and I think people that cultivate their power, everybody can do it, but people who practice it, like an athlete, you meditate or you practice certain things, you have a stronger frequency. So it is more powerful to dominate situations, but ultimately, I think just shedding some light and consciousness on anything such as the word curse, which could be a negative energy, right, or a dark energy, then it doesn't have as much power unless you want it to, unless you believe it, right? Otherwise, you're yeah, it's what you believe, and that's what will happen. So I think it's really important to own your power and to be confident energetically. And the more you practice that and you're secure, maybe people think of it with God or with the supreme being or their higher self. And I don't, whatever form works for you and resonates for you. But the point is to secure that and have a practice of whatever you want to make it feel secure, because then you're unshakable, like just like an athlete when they practice their craft, or any craft, an artist, when they practice it a lot, they get secure, like their faith and their certainty. So these are things that, whether it's spiritually or just mentally feeling like you're positive and thinking good thoughts upon yourself and others, and that you're able to handle things and things work out for you, or not letting people program you. This is programming, programming. We're programmed all the time. So I trying to make it brief. I hope some of that came across. I'm very good with energy, and then you guys are actually helping me by this interaction, like finding ways to describe it in words and get better at that myself. So thank you for letting me do this, and I'll see you guys soon.